Hello, my name is Brad Fontaine, and today I'm going to be presenting a strategic communication plan for Liberty Church. The purpose of this project is to help Liberty improve their engagement, communication, effectiveness, and their volunteer involvement among adults ages 35 to 45. As I worked on this project, one thing that became very clear is that this age group is very busy. Most are balancing work, marriage, parenting, schedules, and everyday responsibilities. And because of that, communication has to be intentional, it must be relational, and easy to engage with. This plan focuses on creating communication that feels both personal instead of just informational. Liberty Church is a growing church that's located in Cleveland, Texas. Its mission is centered around helping people encounter God, grow in community, and impact others through ministry and outreach opportunities. The church already offers a wide variety of ministries, events, and volunteer opportunities, but the challenge is not necessarily the lack of opportunities. The challenge is making sure that people are consistently aware of what opportunities they have and they can get connected to them and to motivate them to take the next step. As this church continues to grow, it becomes more important because people can easily feel disconnected if communication is unclear and inconsistent. This project was designed to help strengthen that through connection of the ages 35 to 45 specifically. Our client needs are the primary communication challenge that we identified in this project was an inconsistent engagement from the members between that age 35 and 45 with church events, email communication, volunteer opportunities. Through our real estate analysis, I found that many people within this demographic were either unaware of certain opportunities or simply were not consistently engaging with communication efforts. In many cases, communication was very broad rather than targeted, and it lacked some form of personal connection that this age group values. Our ideal state is a communication strategy that feels intentional, relational, consistent across multiple platforms. The goal is to create an environment where adults ages 35 to 45, they feel informed, personally invited, and connected to what's happening within the life of the church. Ultimately, we desire that there be an increase in event participation, stronger communication, engagement, and greater volunteer involvement. Like I said before, our target audience are adults ages 35 to 45. And demographically, this audience primarily includes working adults, married couples, parents with young kids, and individuals who are balancing careers, family, life, and personal responsibilities. Our psychographics showed us that this audience values authenticity, relationships, spiritual growth, family connection, and communication that is practical and easy to engage with. One thing that stood out in our research is that this audience responds very well to relational communication, storytelling, personalized messaging, and communication that feels conversational rather than corporate. That became a major focus throughout this campaign. Our goals and objectives are very clear. We want to increase the participation in church events for adults between the ages of 35 and 45 by 15% by December 2026. Our second goal is to improve the communication effectiveness among that age group by another 20% by November of 2026. And our third goal is to increase volunteer involvement among that age group up to 15% by January 2027. 10% by January 2027. Each of these objectives is measurable and it's designed to support stronger long-term engagement within the church community. We have a few tactics that we're going to use. To accomplish these objectives, we will use integrated communication tactics that are designated specifically and designed specifically for this audience. The first tactic is we'll use Facebook private group engagement. This includes short-form videos, discussions, posts, reminders, polls, and some conversational engagement throughout the week. The reason that we feel like this will work is it's important because these adults in this age range are already active on Facebook, and it creates an opportunity for ongoing interaction rather than communicating on Sundays. Our second tactic is quarterly interest nights. These are in-person gatherings designed to help people build relationships with the church, within the church, connect with the leaders, and find out more about upcoming opportunities and events. One of the biggest themes throughout this project is that relationships matter. People are much more likely to engage when they feel personally connected. Another important tactic is the email event journey campaign. This strategy uses a sequence of emails leading up to events rather than relying on one single announcement for the events. For this audience, consistency is important because people are busy and their schedules are full and they fill up quickly. Repetition and clear calls to action will increase the likelihood of their participation. To improve communication effectiveness overall, this campaign also includes Facebook polling and feedback, threads, personalized email, segmentation, and Sunday morning announcement integration. These tactics, I feel, will work together to reinforce communication across multiple channels while also giving the audience opportunities to provide feedback and engage with the content. And then finally, we look to increase volunteer involvement. To do that, we include testimony videos, volunteer interest luncheons, and printed next step cards. I believe that these tactics are especially effective because storytelling and personal invitation are incredibly powerful. When people hear stories from others who are serving and growing through this ministry involvement, it'll help them in their volunteering to feel like they need to volunteer, and that their volunteering will be both meaningful and attainable. Our schedule for this, talk about it just for a little bit, is we would like to have a 12-week structured campaign. The first few weeks will focus primarily on planning, organization, content development, and setup. From there, our tactics will begin launching publicly and continue throughout the campaign with ongoing engagement, optimization, and reporting. For example, the Facebook engagement strategy includes planning, building the group, environment, launching content, and then maintaining consistent interaction throughout the campaign. The testimony video strategy also includes sourcing stories, filming content, editing videos, and promoting them over several weeks. The total projected budget for this 3-month campaign is approximately $23,500. The largest portions of the budget will be allocated for Facebook engagement efforts, quarterly interest gatherings, interest nights, and testimony video production, because these tactics focus heavily on the relationship building and audience engagement. Additional budget items will include email communication strategies, volunteer recruitment efforts, and our Sunday announcement integration, as well as a printed up follow-up materials. To evaluate the effectiveness of this communication plan, we'll use both quantitative and qualitative research methods. The first objective will be evaluated using a quantitative survey distributed through Liberty Church email, the list and their email list and their Facebook groups. This survey will measure areas such as event awareness, communication, clarity, emotional connection, and motivation to participate. The second objective will also use a quantitative survey focused specifically on email communication. This will help evaluate things such as engagement message, the relevance of an event, personalization, and communication effectiveness. And our third objective will be evaluated through a qualitative focus group that will involve volunteers and individuals interested in serving, the serving opportunities that are available to them. These groups are important because they provide deeper insight for the motivations, the barriers, and the overall perceptions related to volunteering. One thing I wanted this evaluation process to accomplish was measuring more than just attendance numbers. I wanted it to also measure how people feel, how they perceive communication, and whether communication is actually helping people feel more connected to the church community. In conclusion, this communication plan provides Liberty Church with a strategic and relationship-driven approach to improving engagement among adults between the ages of 35 to 45 by combining personalized communication, storytelling, digital engagement, interpersonal connection, and consistent messaging. I believe this campaign creates multiple opportunities for people to become more connected to the life of the church. And I believe that this plan is realistic, it's measurable, and it's designed not only to increase participation, but also to help people feel seen, connected, and invited into a deeper community with the church. Thank you so much for your time and your consideration.